Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we are going to finish off the heroic Bron Breaker. As you can see, we only have 3 shards left to go. We have already got the Akam. It seems that they were going for tag teams because we've got Akam and Razor as the 2 undercards. We got the Chad Gable, and the undercard for Enigma was Otis. So it seems WWE Supercard are a little bit behind. They don't seem to know that Otis and Chad Gable aren't together any longer. And of course, we're going to get the heroic Bron Breaker. Now, let's just take a quick look at our Bron Breakers. There is our first heroic Bron Breaker, who does have his level 100, his 100 matches, and his 5 variants. But the second Bron Breaker, you can see, has all 5 of his variants and has 99 of his 100 matches, so he only has 1 match left to go. And of course, his level is at level 0, but we can easily fix that. So, if we get 1 more match in, then we will be able to make our pro double heroic Bron Breaker right here, right now. So let's jump right in and see if we can get that one final match for our Bron Breaker. And of course, we did unlock Akuma. We did that in one of the previous videos. If you ever wanted to check out any WWE Supercard videos that you think you might have missed, you can just click on the Grand Cat name and then just wander over to playlists. There's an entire playlist of only WWE Supercard videos, so you don't have to wander through all the other ones if you don't want to. And we unfortunately didn't get our big old Bron Breaker here today, so we'll have to do another match with him. Let's go ahead and throw Akuma into the top left here, because we've got a whole bunch of left arrows. We've only got 1 up arrow and 1 down arrow. Well, it seems that Akuma has destroyed Logan Paul, which is very, very good. That is well in our favour. We'll put Blanca down here then. And now it seems that Ludwig von Kaiser's chance to try and take on Akuma. But he also fails against the Master of the Fist, Power Made Flesh, Power Incarnate. That is all the names that Akuma goes by. So we're going to throw in Apollo Crews up here. Okay, it looks like it's now Ludwig Kaiser's time to try and defend against Wolfgang, which unfortunately he doesn't, which means that we cannot get a perfect game. So we're going to put R-Truth in here, and then try and save some time. We will throw Ludwig into there, so we don't have to watch another match. And there we go, 163. We have 8 picks remaining. We may not even need them, because we've got a Tempest, Xavier Woods. Okay, that one was only a myth. But then we've got a Detention, Tegan Knox, and one final one is a Crucible Guy Dolan. And well, there we go, we have got the heroic upgrade. And there is our second heroic Bron Breaker. And again, you're not supposed to be able to dust him. You see that he doesn't actually have the little part here. So it seems that it's not actually possible to dust him, because it wouldn't actually give you any of the momentum, any of the dust here. But it's still very strange that this shows up. It shouldn't show up, and this is why I always say in each of these videos, always check to make sure that you're not accidentally dusting your event card. You're not supposed to be able to, but sometimes it does show up. We are just going to dust these cards, because we don't need them. We're going to be able to get Bron Breaker up to level 100 in a different way. So let's now go ahead and we'll just play a quick game of Wild. I believe that I have a Bron Breaker in here. There he is, along with Blanca and Akuma. And of course, the Battle Pass Alexa Bliss. So we'll play this game very quickly. So the first one, we're just going to use Bron Breaker just to make sure that he gets his 1 match, because it is possible that we could get 2 female matches after this. I expect him to lose. This is still coming up. I don't know why that's still in there. It's atrocious. Then we've got a big old Akuma working alongside Blanca, which is very strange. I don't think those two have ever actually looked at one another. Ever. And then we'll put in Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks, also known as Mercedes Moné. And the 2 of them managed to win overall. There we go. And that was apparently a vintage match. And we also completed the female tag team. So let's go ahead and grab that as well. And that is Currency Collector completed as well. So you can see here that we are very close to getting the Battle Pass. All I need to do is a couple more matches with the likes of Bliss, and that'll be its own separate video a little bit down the line. But let's go over to here. You can see that our second Braun Breaker now has his 100 matches in his 5 variants. The first one also has his 100 matches in the 5 variants. So let's go ahead and train up our big old Braun Breaker here. We will use a Summerslam. Well, Summerslam will give him 57. What does an Enigma? 92. This is 69. It seems to make more sense to use one of these because it's going to give him a bit more experience. That would be 26. That would be maximum level. That's only 18. 23 maximum level. What about our Rumble 24? So that'd be 30 levels. Let's go ahead and use one of those. So it's now at level 99. Rather than use any more of those, we're just going to use up some draft picks here. There's a point doubler, or pick doubler, that we shockingly don't need because we're not going to do any more shards in Ring Domination. We are finished with that. Okay, we're going to keep these ones, and we're going to feed those all to our Braun Breaker right here. Now, to make sure that you're not using any of your special cards, what we're going to do is we're going to select everything from Pantheon, Myth, and WrestleMania 39. You can see that that is more than enough to bring our Braun Breaker all the way up to level 100. So there you go, at level 100, with his 100 matches and his 5 variants, he has 2,775 in speed, which is very, very strange because one of the things Braun Breaker is known for is his incredible speed. But regardless, 3,046 in charisma, 3,308 in toughness, and a whopping 3,538 in power. I feel like the speed and charisma should maybe be the opposite way around. And I also think the Military Press Slam should be to power and speed as opposed to power and toughness, considering that they always go on about how fast Braun Breaker runs the ropes and how quickly he can run around the ring. He is well known for both his speed and strength. So I think WWE Supercard maybe missed the mark just a little bit there. You can see that they've actually swapped sides, which is a little bit unusual. I think I'm going to go with this Braun Breaker. I like the more fuller beard here. As opposed to just the shaven goatee. I also like the black outfit, the one that says badass across the front of it, as opposed to the red one. I think this one is just more in line with his more heel persona of Braun Breaker, and that is why I'm going to go with that image. But with that all said and that all out of the way, we are going to get ourselves a double heroic. This is the first double heroic SummerSlam 24 card. This is the first that you can actually get it, and because we have got both at Heroic, we've got 2 Heroics, we are able to pro the card before the event is over, which you're not supposed to be able to do unless you get that Heroic. So if there's many of you out there wondering why you can't make your pro yet, that is why you have to wait for the event to finish, unless you have fully got your Heroics. So let's go ahead and combine and see just how massive our double Heroic Braun Breaker actually becomes. Currently our strongest card is the Fortified 1 SummerSlam 24 M. Bison. I think he does have momentum on him because I am currently using him. Oh, he doesn't have momentum on him. I'm currently using them in campaign mode. The next one is, of course, Logan Paul up here, the Logan Paul SE that we got. But let's take a look at our double heroic Braun Breaker, who should be currently the strongest card in the game. So let's go ahead and combine. And yes, I'm going to try and screenshot this. There we go, we got it. There is our double heroic Braun Breaker. So it's quite cool. We've got the eyes lighting up on the big Thundercat layers in the background. That's all I can think of. If you look up the layer for the Thundercat, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's a big stone statue with a big old panther cat head at the top of it like this. So we've got that. We've got a little bit of fireworks going on across the back here. But we don't have an awful lot going around the front. There's a little bit of shine that happens across the little metal parts every so often. So, interesting. Now, he's still at level 0, so we need to train him up. Also, Because we pro'd our 2 Bron Breakers with their 5 variants each, all that does is adds an additional 2 here. So you don't need to max out your variants before you get your pros. All that does is gives you a little bit more to the pro. If you pro them without any variants, then all that will happen is the variant will be a 0. It doesn't change anything, so don't feel like you have to go and get your variants at full. All you need is your maximum level and your maximum matches. So long as you have that, then you will have a perfect pro. That's all that's required. You still get the gold star if both your cards are at level 100 but don't have the 100 matches, but it will be weaker if you don't max out your matches beforehand. So always get your level 100 on both of them, always get your 100 matches on both of them. That is the strongest version of the card that you will get. Variants don't matter, you can get the variants after you've made the pro. But let's go ahead and train up our big old Bron Breaker and see how strong he can become. So that would be 75. What does this do? 57. Let's go ahead and use one of these. That wasn't 57, that was only level 50. We were lied to. Very rude. Very rude for people to lie to the big old Grand Cat. That also didn't give him 25 levels, that only gave him 20 levels, only put him to level 70. Unbelievable. Can you imagine people lying to the big old Grand Cat? I think that's very rude of them, to say the least. Now that one did give him 29 levels. That did put him to level 99. And we only need 6 more levels. So let's see what we have that is the minimum amount that we can do here. I don't know how much this is going to do, but... oh my goodness, we're at level 104. We are 1 level off. So let's go back to the draft board. We'll get these and see if that's going to be enough. No, that's only 3 cards. I'm not sure if it will be or not. Let's try it. Oh, we're very close to it. It feels like it's not worth using one of the train-up things just to get that extra half level. So instead, we're going to leave him on level 104, but without any momentum, without any equipment, and also with 0 matches and 2 variants for some strange reason. He currently has a speed of 3,371, charisma of 3,672, toughness of exactly 4,000, and a power of 4,291. So I do think that currently the base stats are stronger than anything else. I think that once we get the 100 matches on this big old Bron Breaker... oh, he does have a little bit of an intro animation where he comes out of the fire. So that's cool. It didn't show that when we did the pro, because M. Bison has the big fight logo. Logan Paul doesn't have anything, and of course your legacy, no, your regular non-legendary, non-LE, non-SE cards do have this little bit of animation with the Summerslam one, but this Bron Breaker just comes out the little fire. I think it's a little bit fast. I wouldn't mind if it was just a little bit slower, similar to the regular Summerslam ones, like these. But that is what we have for big old Bron Breaker. An interesting thing is, I saw with Damien Priest just a second ago that when we clicked on it, it did the animation on the little card down here as well. We'll try it with Rey Mysterio. Yeah, there you go. It seems like the first time you do it, the card does the animation as well, but it doesn't after that. That's very strange. I've never noticed that before. It's almost like a little Easter egg in the menu screen. So, interesting. So, I'm going to get my Bron Breaker up 1 extra level. I'm going to get him his 100 matches. I'm also going to get the 150 matches on the Alexa Bliss to get the rare draft picks. And then we're going to get the Battle Pass quest, which is going to give us Fortified 1 Enigma Battle Pass Drew McIntyre. And then we shall see where we go from there. But there we go, folks. That is going to be it for this little video. I really hope that you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Oh. I always thought he's passed them, but no, this is just because he's got the highest amount for the one that needs to be trained. But that's going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.